Hey everybody, welcome, welcome to Hidden Horror. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate that. Let's get started. Hey everybody.
No, StreamYard is acting up again. That's okay. Totally fine. We'll go with it. I'm here today to bring you a little update. It's a 1 year later on the Carlethia Russell's kidnapping hoax, if you want to call it a hoax. Her lying about herself being kidnapped. I just want to give you another perspective 1 year later from law enforcement, okay? So let's get right into it. I have an article that I am going to go over, and I have a short video that I'll also go over and let you hear from the Attorney General for the state of Alabama, his thoughts 1 year later. So I'm going to share my screen. In fact, I'm going to take
the Hoover woman who admitted to faking her own kidnapping. Tomorrow marks 1 year since her elaborate lie grabbed international attention. She dialed 911, telling a Hoover dispatcher she saw a toddler walking on the side of I-459. She wasn't seen again until she showed up back at her home, her parents' home, saying she'd been held against her will. Joining us now is the man who prosecuted Carlee Russell, Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Is this the most high-profile misdemeanor you've ever prosecuted?
Yeah, there's no doubt. And not only that, but just in the way that people responded. We look at the crime itself, but I do think we have to look back and see people of Alabama came out to try to help. You see the good that exists in that community when people come together to be able to try to find Carlee Russell when they thought they were lost, to be able to look for the infant. And then we also saw the best in law enforcement, too. You saw Chief Durgis showing remarkable leadership in Hoover, marshaling resources, really trying to solve a crime that in fact, as you've described, was simply a hoax.
So Carlee Russell's attorney, Emory Anthony, questioned why you were brought in to prosecute this case. Why did Hoover ask you to step in?
But significant resources. I mean, if you look at the number of law enforcement that were out there, the reports that were made. I mean, this was a capital murder in the stake of how the case was presented, and so significant documents to go through. And we had the resources to be able to do it as compared to a city prosecutor's office.
Did you ever have a conversation with Carlee?
No, didn't have a conversation with Carlee. And at some point, I hope Carlee has a conversation with the people of Alabama.
12 months probation, community service, $18,000 almost in restitution. Do you think she deserved a tougher sentence, or is that in line with the charges that she faced?
Well, we did think she deserved a tougher sentence, understand the circumstances of what took place. But her situation illustrated what was really a hole in Alabama's law, is that we were able to, as a result of the leadership of Senator Williams, be able to elevate in these circumstances what was then a misdemeanor now becomes a felony. And hopefully, if this were to happen again, we would be able to get a punishment commensurate with what we believe the crime deserves.
Right. So she's basically one young woman from Hoover has changed Alabama law, hasn't she?
No, she absolutely has. And again, I think while we'll look on Carlee's actions, I think we need to make sure that we're looking at this through the lens of the positive, which is the people of Alabama are remarkably charitable. They reach out to help in times of need. And I think that's really where the big hoax took place, is that not only were those that worked to be able to help find the victims, but the people of Alabama as a whole were.
I can only imagine the mounds of evidence, or maybe not, the boxes of information that you had to go over in all of this. So is there anything, I know not a lot probably shocks you after everything you've seen. What shocked you the most about this case?
I think just the brazenness of Carlee Russell and the story that she told, the way that this was painted, and frankly, the response of those around her being very defensive when it was clear that she had lied about what took place, that she had fooled the people of that community and taken advantage of law enforcement resources that were deployed to help what we thought was a young woman in need who simply was fooling the people of Alabama.
Attorney General Steve Marshall, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.